Hey everybody, we are back at it! Woo! All right, page 48, acting. We get a day off for Columbus Day. I go to Heather's house. I want to sleep in, but Heather really wanted me to come over. There's nothing on television anyway. Heather's mom acts very excited to see me. She makes us mugs of hot chocolate and tries to convince Heather to invite a whole group over for a sleepover. Maybe Melly could bring some of her friends. I don't mention the possibility that Rachel would slit my throat on her new carpet. I show my teeth like a good girl. Her mother pats my cheek. I am getting better at smiling when people expect it. Heather's room is finished and ready for viewing. It does not look like a fifth grader's or a ninth grader's. It looks like a commercial for vacuum cleaners, all fresh paint and vacuum cleaner lines in the carpet. The lilac walls have a few artsy prints on them. Her bookcase has glass doors. She has a television and a phone, and her homework is neatly laid out on her desk. Her closet is open just a tad. I open it farther with my foot. All her clothes wait patiently on hangers, organized by type, skirts together, pants hanging by their cuffs, her sweaters stacked in plastic bags on shelf. The room screams, Heather! Why can't I figure out how to do that? Not that I want my room screaming, Heather! That would be too creepy, but a little whisper of Melinda would be nice. I sit on the floor, flipping through her CDs. Heather paints her nails on her desk blotter and blathers. She is determined to sign up for the musical. The Music Wingers are a hard clan to break into. Heather doesn't have talent or connections. I tell her she is wasting her time to even think of it. She thinks we should try it out together. I think she has been breathing too much hairspray. My job is to nod or shake my head to say, I know what you mean, when I don't, and that is so unfair when it isn't. The musical would be easy for me. I am a good actor. I have a whole range of smiles. I use the shy, look up through the bank smile for our staff members and the crinkly eye smile with a shake of my head if a teacher asks me for an answer. If my parents want to know how school went, I flash my eyebrows upward and shrug my shoulders. When people point at me or whisper as I walk past, I wave to an imaginary friend down the hall and hurry to meet them. If I drop out of high school, I could be a mime. Heather asks why I don't think they would let us in the musical. I sip my hot chocolate. It burns the roof of my mouth. We are nobody. Heather. How can you say that? What does everyone have that attitude? I don't understand this. If we want to be in a musical, then they should let us. We could just stand on stage or something. If they don't like our singing, it's not fair. I hate high school. She pushes her books to the floor and knocks the green nail polish on the sand-covered carpet. Why is it so hard for me to make friends here? Is there something in the water? In my old school, I could have gone out for the musical and worked on the newspaper and chaired the car wash. Here, people don't even know I exist. I get squished in the hall and I don't belong anywhere and nobody cares. And you're no help. You are so negative and you never try anything. You just mope around like you don't care that people talk about you behind your back. She flops on her bed and bursts into sobs, big boo-hoos, with little squeals of frustration when she punches her teddy bear. I don't know what to do. I try to soak up the nail polish, but I make the stain bigger. It looks like algae. Heather wipes her nose on her bear's plaid scarf. I slip to the bathroom, come out with another box of tissues and a bottle of nail polish remover. Heather. I'm so sorry, Melly. I can't believe I said those things to you. It's PMS. Don't pay attention to me. You have been so sweet to me. You are the only person I can trust." She blows her nose loudly and wipes her eyes on her sleeve. "Look at you. You're just like my mom. She says, 'No use in crying. Get on with your life.' I know what we'll do. First, we'll work our way into a good group. We'll make them like us. By next year, the music wingers will be begging us to be in the musical." It is the most hopeless idea I have ever heard, but I nod and pour the remover on the carpet. It lightens the polish to a bright vomit green and bleaches the carpet surrounding it. When Heather sees what I have done, she has burst into tears again, sobbing that it isn't my fault. My stomach is killing me. Her room isn't big enough for this much emotion. I leave without saying goodbye. Dinner theater. The parents are making threatening noises, turning dinner into performance art, with Dad doing his Arnold Schwarzenegger imitation and Mom playing Glenn Close in one of her psycho roles. I am the victim. Mom, creepy smile. "Thought you could put one over on us, did you, Melinda? Big high school student now, don't need to show your homework to your parents? Don't need to show any failing test grades?" Dad bangs table, silverware jumps. "Cut the crap. She knows what's up. The interim reports came today. Listen to me, young lady. I'm only going to say this once. You get those grades up or your name is mud. Hear me? Get them up." Attacks baked potato. Mom, annoyed at being upstaged. "I'll handle this, Melinda." She smiles. Audience shudders. "We're not asking for much, dear. We just want you to do your best, and we know your best is much better than this. You tested so well, dear. Look at me when I talk to you." Victim mixes cottage cheese into applesauce. Dad snorts like a bull. Mom grasps knife. Mom, I said, look at me. Victim mixes peas into applesauce and cottage cheese. Dad stops eating. Mom, look at me now. This is the death voice, the voice that means business. When I was a kid, this voice made me pee in my pants. It takes more now. I look Mom square in the eye, then rinse my plate and retreat to my room. Deprived of victim, Mom and Dad holler at each other. I turn up my music, drown out the noise. Blue roses. After last night's interrogation, I try to pay attention in biology. We are studying cells, which have these tiny parts you can't see unless you look at them under a microscope. We get to use real microscopes, not plastic Kmart specials. It's not bad. Miss Keene is our teacher. I feel kind of sad for her. She could have been a famous scientist or a doctor or something. Instead, she stuck with us. She has wooden boxes all over the front of the room that she climbs on when she talks to us. If she'd cut back on the donuts, she'd look like a tiny grandmother doll. Instead, she has a gelatinous figure, usually encased in orange polyester. She avoids basketball players. From their perspective, she must look like a basketball. I have a lab partner, David Petrakis, belongs to the cyber genius clan. He has the potential to be cute when the braces come off. He is so brilliant he makes the teachers nervous. You think a kid like that would get beat up a lot. Bad guys leave him alone. I have to find out his secret. David ignores me mostly, except when I almost ruined the $300 microscope by twisting the knob the wrong way. That was the day Miss Keene wore a purple dress with bright blue roses. Baffling. They shouldn't let teachers change like that without some kind of early warning alert. It shakes up the students. That dress was all anyone talked about for days. She hasn't worn it since. Student divided by confusion equals algebra. I slide into my desk with 10 minutes left in algebra class. Mr. Stetman stares at my late class for a long time. I pull out a clean sheet of paper so I can copy the problem off the board. I sit in the back row where I can keep my eye on everyone, as well as what is going on in the parking lot. I think of myself as the emergency warning system of the class. I plan disaster drills. How would we escape if the chemistry lab exploded? What if an earthquake hit central New York? A tornado? It is impossible to stay focused on algebra. I'm bad at math. I tested at the top of the class last year. That's how I got Dad to pay for my new bike. Math is easy because there is no room for debate. The answer is right or it is wrong. Give me a sheet of math problems and I'll get a 98% of them right. But I can't get my head around algebra. I knew why I had to memorize my multiplication tables, understanding fractions and decimals and percentages, and even geometry. All that was practical. Tools I can use. It made so much sense, I never even thought about it. I did the work, made honor roll. But algebra? Every single day, someone asks Mr. Stetman why we have to learn algebra. This causes him great personal pain. Mr. Stetman loves algebra. He is poetic about it, in an integral number sort of way. He talks about algebra the way some guys talk about their cars. I ask him why algebra, and he launches into 1,001 stories why algebra. None of them make sense. Mr. Stetman asks if anyone can explain the Wayne-Digler's role in the negative theorem. Heather has the answer. She is wrong. Stetman tries again. Me? I shake my head with a sad smile. Not this time. Try me again in 20 years. He calls me to the board. Mr. Stetman, who wants to help Melinda understand how we work our way through this problem? Rachel? Great! My head explodes with the noise of fire trucks leaving the station. This is a real disaster. Rachel Rochelle clogs up to the board, dressed in an outrageous Dutch Scandinavian ensemble. She looks half cute, half sophisticated. She has red laser eyes that burn my forehead. I wear basic dumpster togs, smelly gray turtleneck and jeans. I just this minute remembered I need to wash my hair. Rochelle's mouth moves and her hand glides over the board, drawing funny shapes and numbers. I pull my lower lip all the way in between my teeth. If I try hard enough, maybe I can bubble my whole self this way. Mr. Stetman drones something and Rochelle flutters her eyelids. She nudges me. We're supposed to sit down. The class giggles as we walk back to our seats. I didn't try hard enough to swallow myself. My brain doesn't think we should spend any time hanging around algebra. We have better things to think about. It's a shame. Mr. Stetman seems like a nice guy.